Welcome to a brand new video to the channel and welcome to my review of the 2025 to 2026 RuneScape 3 roadmap. Now this was released mainly at RuneFest and I am sorry for the delay in getting this to you guys. A lot's happened over the past week, so I am trying to catch up in a sense. So the roadmap was something they released last year and it went down incredibly well to give us sort of a picture of what to expect throughout the year. So what they've now done is extend the 2025 roadmap to basically for the rest of the year, and gives a little bit of an insight of some updates for early 2026. And from early sort of views of what's happening here, it is going to be a pretty packed year with some big updates towards the end of the year. So we are currently here where we have just received the 1.10 runecrafting update, and what we're going to get next is a new story quest, which we have mentioned last year, which is going to continue the desert storyline. So we're going to see the returns for desert with Pharaoh's Folly. We're also going to have the season events as well, the Easter events of Blooming Burrow, along with a brand new quest. So kind of a standard thing for the next month or two. Moving on from there, a pretty massive month in my opinion. We are going to have augmented runecrafting and thieving, which will be good. It'd be nice to see how they work it in and how they sort of get it involved. But runecrafting, especially off the back of this big update, if it was to have something where it's augmented and it can even make the process faster or better, could really improve like a runecrafting experience and the XP rates as well. Thieving's quite cool to see how it's going to be, whether we can like augment the safe cracking gear or if it can give us some perks or benefits just to make that process a bit better. It'd be really cool to see how they approach it and how they do it as well. The big one I'm bothered about is the skilling update for crafting. 110 crafting, hopefully if they do it correct, should be pretty massive in terms of the money making side as well as what it can bring to the game as well. Now as we go down further into the news post, we'll probably have a bit of an update on what they're bringing for crafting. I really hope they delve in quite deep with crafting. So in my opinion, the urns need a bit of a review because we finished capping urns at about 82 crafting. It'd be really nice to see a higher tier of urns, which even if they don't offer as much more XP, maybe they can work in another way or another mechanic or something a little bit different. Not only that as well, like some new armor, some new weapons, some crafting is so diverse as well, and definitely new jewellery. We do need some new jewellery. Moonstone was the last jewellery received. Yes, it was sort of semi-recent, like a year or two ago, but I do think it's something, jewellery-wise, the game can always benefit from different things, even if it's different teleports. If it's got teleports relating to like clue spots and other stuff, crafting can really have a big impact. And then finally, a new update, updating Masterwork and Legendary Weapon improvements. I think this has come off the back of the Masterwork 2H because it was so underwhelming. I think the bow and staff to a degree have been better, but because of how bad the 2H was received, I think they put that in because it needed to have a bit of a rejig and a rehash to make sure it's what it needs to be for such a high tier and like very labor intensive weapon. Like the Masterwork things do require a lot of things to create them, both in parts and in times and in sequence. So I think it needs to show it's worthwhile going after and getting as well. So then working our way through some of the new story quests, we got the Eclipse of the Heart, which again is going to go to that final desert storyline to finish off the desert storyline this year. They did say that was a really big important thing for this year, was to get the desert storyline completed. We're going to get the beach because we always get the beach. And again, the beach is very good for certain things. Really good for those who enjoy skilling in a certain area, which would be really nice. Now, autumn does seem to be incredible for a few things. We're going to have a new boss, which is going to be a mascot, which will sort of tie in the end of the desert storyline, which is very nice. I like how it's going to be a quest boss. It encourages you to do the quest storyline and then get to that mascot. Maybe I hold off doing the quest for a time being and do like a final run-up series before the actual release. And then maybe we could do something like a live stream on day release or stuff like that. But we could build up to the mascot storyline, which I think would be very cool. So we have the new combat mastery achievements with a mascot, the new boss, which will obviously be new drop tables and stuff. Really interested to see if they're going to go for combat or skilling or what the kind of drop table will be. Because with things like the gates showed how well like a skilling drop or skilling buff can be received. So I've just resized that so we can actually fit in the rest. Now, the really big one from this, and it's what's sort of generated a lot of hype, which I love it when RS3 has some hype and has some momentum. RuneScape Leagues. And now, I'm definitely putting in some holiday requests for when this is announced because I think RuneScape 3 Leagues will go hard. I think they have a really good sort of attempt here to do it different to how 07's done, but with the same kind of flavour. Different challenges, different things. And I'm hoping that this RuneScape Leagues will really give RS3 a big push in player base and maybe VO7 players jump in, have a go, and some might like it, and probably most won't, but some people might like it, and it could be a big chance to increase the player base as well. What I am interested in though, when they've done modes like this before, they've let people bring the characters back into the main game, which I think is what's hurt it quite a lot. So again, leagues would be really cool. Obviously, leading up to it, we'll have hype videos and all that sort of stuff as well. So yeah, very much looking forward to that. Along with that, we'll have a combat update. We'll have the seasonal events with Harvest Hollow, which again was very good this year, and a seasonal quest as well. And then finally, another big reveal off the back of leagues. So leagues weren't enough for this year. We're going to have a new area expansion, which again, the City of was the last area expansion. We're getting near on like a 2 years-ish since that's got there. And to have Havenhythe, which is going to be sort of a add-on to Mauritania. It's got the same sort of vampire vibe. So maybe 2026 is when we sort of finish off the vampire storyline as well. That could be pretty cool. And then we're going to have 110 Thieving, the Christmas Village, and the seasonal quest as well. So in my opinion, compared to like the push and the pressure which had to be put on Jagex last year to do a RuneScape 3 roadmap, this is massive progress and it actually looks good. Like, it seems that it's been thought out. The 110 is a really, really good push for it as well. And it looks very, very good. Now, if you want to, you do have the survey here where you can go and jump in and get some stuff sorted for that. And here on this page as well, I'll make sure to drop the links for everything, is where we'll get more depth and stuff as well. You can watch the RuneScape 3 keynote where they're going to talk for everything as well, which again, very well done, very well sort of presented. We'll enjoy that. And then we've got the big reveals down here as well. So we've got RuneScape Leagues, which is going to be autumn 2025. Havenhythe, and as well as this package, this cinematic trailer makes you look forward to it. It looks so good, and this is the kind of thing we need to do more of, because I think this kind of thing on like a YouTube ad or stuff like that will attract so many more people because they get intrigued in the story and why it's linked as well. The cinematic stuff they do occasionally is very good. So Havenhythe is going to be a massive sort of upgrade on what we've currently got. Obviously there'll be skilling stuff, there'll be bosses, there'll be monsters, any new area of combat, especially for the kind of content I do, with brand new moneymakers, how to benefit from updates, how to use the updates to work for you. This kind of thing is going to be huge because there'll be so many different things people want. You only need one slight update for people to require a certain item, and then that item goes up ballistic in price, and you can capitalize and make some money off it as well. But Havenhythe looks very, very good. And different kinds of monsters. I wouldn't be surprised if these Blood Knights could be related to thieving as well, because thieving seems to have quite a big tone this year. So we've got 110 thieving in December, as well as augmentable thieving as well. So just going through, we've talked about all this as well, but if you want more context to it, it's going to be involved here as well. So crafting is going to come in June. Very excited for that as well. Going to be able to craft your own level 90 magic armor, a level 100 masterwork magic armor as well, which is going to be nice. Crafting and the magic armor kind of go hand in hand, and we're going to get some earn upgrades, which is very nice. High tier earns to boost your XP gains at top level resources. So again, maybe a little jewelry update as well could be cool, but in terms of like what it's going to give us as well, 90 magic armor is going to be very nice. It means those with a level can go and do it. Masterwork magic armor as well is going to be really interesting to see how they work and what they think for that. But again, 110 crafting is going to be nice and big. Really looking forward to that as well. A Mascot, big combat boss coming. Sort of labelled as a group boss, which is a bit meh. But again, it will be amazing on day of release, I'm sure. So we're going to have 2 brand new tier 95 weapons, special attacks as well, which is good. Because I think we're at a point now where tier 95 is going to be the kind of drops we're going to get. We kind of need effects and different things as well, which is going to be decent. And we're looking at a new melee weapon with extended attack range of 2, which is going to be nice for those people who like AoE abilities, and especially for Slayer. That'd be pretty decent. But what I'm most looking forward to, I know it's a bit mad to say that amongst all these big updates, is all the little things they add. I think the little updates really go under the radar and really help the game and flow of the game as well. All the ninja fixes and all the little things, especially based off player feedback as well, really are what help the game the most. So what I would say is that anything like in terms of surveys or anytime Jagex looks for feedback, make sure to give them it, because they are acting more on what players are basing their feedback on nowadays compared to what we used to. And then finally, before they finished and rounded up, they have noted that there's going to be a new skill which is now in design. So that'll be nice. And really, their last 2 skills released, Archaeology and Necromancy, big fans of both of them. Necromancy dramatically changed combat. In Archaeology, big fan. Love the AFK style and love the kind of buffs Archaeology presented afterwards. people focus so much on the training and stuff of the skill and like how sometimes it can be a bit too AFK or a bit too dead. But the benefits which come through relics have been massive. And necromancy basically changed the combat system. Maybe for the worse, but maybe for better. But especially for people like me who aren't as combat savvy, necromancy got me more involved in combat than any form of combat update has since COC. So yeah, that's going to be the end of it. Again, a really, really exciting year to look at. Plenty of stuff coming here as well, but don't just think this is going to be everything. There will definitely be some other nice little niche, small updates coming in as well, which will benefit the game. But we've started off strong with 110 runecrafting, other big updates due to come, but looking forward to all of it. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think's been missed off, if anything's been missed off as well. Is there anything like blatantly obvious they should jump on and do? But I think it's going to be a really good year in terms of progress, updates, and especially for videos on the channel. So make sure to hit that subscription button and join along for the journey. Thank you guys for watching once again. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys very soon in the next video.